everybody, Cinema Sickness here with today's collection update. Ran out to 2 local thrift stores where I got myself 1 CD soundtrack and 2 VHS tapes, so let's take a look at everything I got. The first thrift store I hit up today was my local Goodwill, where I got myself 1 CD soundtrack, and that was the soundtrack to Clueless. Grabbed this for $1, a great deal, and I actually almost passed up on getting this, and the reason being is because I thought I actually already owned it. But I guess the cinema gods were talking to me and said, you know what, you should probably check your collection list. So sure enough, went on to cinemasickness.com, checked my collection list, and it turns out I actually do not own this. The reason why I thought I had it was because years ago I must have copied it off a friend, and I do currently have my copied version on my iPhone, listen to it all the time. This is full of fantastic music. Bands like the Muffs, Cracker, Counting Crows, Luscious Jackson, Radiohead, Beastie Boys, Money Money Ballstones, Coolio, and that's just to name a few. This is an absolutely brilliant soundtrack with just some fantastic music on it, which is why I listen to it all the time and why I thought I already owned it. So very happy that I decided to check my list twice and make absolutely sure that I did not have this, because as it turns out, I didn't, and for $1, had to pick it up. Then the second thrift store I stopped at was the Open Door Ministry Thrift Shop, which is a thrift shop here in my town. I do try to go in there every so often. They don't seem to restock all that much, so I go in there maybe once or twice a month. Hadn't been in there actually in a few weeks, so I definitely wanted to stop in today. Recently, I'd say over the past few months, they decided to mark all their VHS tapes down to 25 cents, which is awesome. They used to be $1 a piece, so it was very rare that I picked up anything in there, because at $1 a VHS, it would have to be something somewhat rare or harder to find, but at 25 cents, I'm definitely doing some blind buys. And the first title I picked up was Living Large. Now, this isn't actually a blind buy. This is a movie I have seen, but it's been a very, very long time since I have seen this. I'm trying to find a date on here. I know this came out, I guess, in the early 90s. I don't see a date, but it's been a really, really long time since I have watched it. This is an HBO title. And I do remember actually watching this one on HBO a lot back when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it since then, so when I came across it, of course, definitely had to pick it up, and I can't wait to check it out again. And the second VHS I picked up was New Kids on the Block, Step by Step. Yes, NKOTB. Definitely had to pick this up. I was never a huge New Kids fan. I remember back, I guess, when I was in like first and second grades when they were big. I listened to them back then. I had some of their singles on cassette tape. I remember me and my friends really liking them. All the boys and girls in my class were really into New Kids on the Block at the time. I remember everybody had a little New Kids on the Block trading cards. They were like really popular back then. But I was, like I said, I never was a huge fan. I really only liked them for maybe about that year, and then I kind of just forgot all about them. Even today, I don't really listen to them all that much. I have their greatest hits album on my iPhone, and that's about the extent of their albums that I own. And even that I don't listen to very often. Occasionally it'll come on when I have my iPhone on shuffle, but for the most part, don't really listen to them anymore. But I love picking these VHS tapes up, definitely for nostalgic reasons. It's really fun to pop in and just be like whisked back to being in grade school again and listening to all the pretty ridiculous and cheesy music. So for 25 cents, this is something I had to pick up. So there you go, guys. It's everything I picked up today from the thrift stores. Definitely excited about finally having an actual physical copy of the Clueless soundtrack. Like I said, I almost passed up on buying it because I do actually have a burnt copy on my iPhone, and from that, thought I already owned it, but as it turns out, I didn't, and I'm very glad I double-checked, because had I not, I would have been very upset that I passed up on actually getting a physical copy of that CD, because it is fantastic, full of a bunch of great music, and I would highly recommend everybody pick it up. Also getting Living Large and the New Kids on the Block VHS tape from the Open Door Ministry Thrift Shop for 25 cents a piece. That was a great deal. Very happy I decided to pop in there, even though I only got 2 VHS tapes. Regardless, 50 cents for 2 great titles. Very happy about that. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next collection update. See ya. And also very happy about the 2 VHS tapes I picked up from the Open Door Ministry Thrift.